but can you lead yourself? This is part two from a video that we posted last week with that caption as the title, Can You Lead Yourself? This is your first time here, I'm Coach Jay, and this is the Champion's Pedigree, where it is all about mental toughness for young athletes. On an afternoon stroll here, take these off for a second. On an afternoon stroll, and wanted to hit part two on this particular topic. This is your first time here. I am on a mission to impact, coach, train 10,000 athletes in the topic of mental toughness and their capacity to be able to grow in mental toughness. So when I hit part two on a video that we started last week, and it was all stemmed from a quote from the late great John Wooden, a coach from UCLA, I believe in the 60s or in the 70s. But he said, you cannot lead a team until you lead yourself, until you can or you have the ability to lead yourself. So I want to give you four things that I came across in one of the books in my library, a mental toughness library, I call it. But and when I was there, I think there were 10 characteristics of a champion leader. But so I pulled out the top four, and the top four to me. So I'm going to be sharing those with you. But before I do, let's talk about why it's even important to see yourself as a leader. I believe I am one. I believe if you clicked on this video that you're a leader as well. And to make the decision to take that seriously, is very commendable. There are so many entities out there that are vying for our attention, for our resources, and want to impact us and influence us. And a lot of them don't have the best intentions. So to take the responsibility of your leadership, of your own leadership, of your life, the results that you create is what champions do. So you are in the right place. But in no particular order, these are the top four things, top four characteristics of a champion leader. Number four, a visible vision. A visible vision. What I mean is something that you can refer to when times are difficult. Yeah, it's easy to remember, when you're hitting your goals and when things are going well. It's great. It's easy to remember why we're doing this. But you want to have a visible vision, something printed out, not on your phone, but something printed out, whether it's on a poster board, a piece of paper that reminds you of your goals and your why. What I mean is those intermittent goals that each and every day we're working towards. I don't mean like you started playing one day and then the next goal would be to go pro, right? There's a lot of development and becoming that we have to experience and go through first before we actually become a professional anything in any sport, right? So having just those goals, but also the why. Why are we committed to this? Why do I want these results? Why do I want this particular goal? Why do I want those goals? Right? And when we are reminded of what that why is, it makes going through difficult times a lot easier and less challenging. So you want to have a visible vision, number four. Number three, you want to have automatic accountability. What do I mean by automatic accountability? This kind of speaks for itself, but I like to define things when I say them. Automatic accountability to me is we have the congruent behavior on and off the field, on and off the court. No matter where we are holding ourselves accountable. Before we even hold our teammates or anybody else accountable, we're holding ourselves accountable with our behavior, with our decision making, right? Because we're not just a leader in our sport. Leadership carries long beyond your sport, long after your days are done playing. You still want to consider yourself and carry yourself as a leader and holding yourself accountable to what we committed to. What are we saying that we're going to sacrifice? What are we, um, good, bad, rain, ugly? It doesn't matter. We said we were going to do this, and we're going to hold ourselves accountable to that. It takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that. Number two would be respect the role. And leading yourself, you always want to respect the role, no matter what role someone has, whether they are a leader, whether they have a title or not. We respect them. We respect, number one, we respect ourselves first, because we see ourselves as valuable. We see our contribution to the team, contribution to the sport, contribution to the class, whatever it is. We see that as valuable first, but also those that we come in contact with, whether they're teammates, coaches, opponents, we respect them. That's going to be very important, because when you respect everyone, then you don't underestimate anyone. You don't want to just chump people off. Like, I know when I was coming up, we would, someone that we didn't think was very good, like, they would either get picked last and like, oh, that's just Larry, or that's just Sarah. They're not that good. Yeah, you don't have to worry about them. That's not what leaders do. They respect everyone regardless of the title. So regardless of the title. So we respect the role that each person plays. And first, we respect ourselves and the role that we play, because we know our value that we are contributing. And I don't even know if this is a word, but the last one is, you want to make sure your character is copyable. I don't know if copyable is a word, but it is today at the Champions Pedigree. That your character is copyable. Am I doing the right thing even when it's not popular and when it's not easy? We want that to be automatic as well. Is my character, like when I'm around people, can they follow my example? Can they follow my lead without me even saying anything? Can they copy my body language? Can they copy the interaction that I have with people that may disagree with me? When I disagree with a coach's decision, can they copy that character? Right? Can they copy your character? So that's really just a question of reflection. But like I said, that was the fourth one, or the last one, is you want your character to be copyable. I'm not saying you walk around like you're perfect, like you have it all together, like there are no issue. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, kind of goes back to the second one, having an automatic accountability, which takes a great deal of discipline, but your character traits, are they copyable? And the whole team say, okay, this is what the standard is. Coach Jay's setting the standard. This is how we're going to do X, Y, and Z because of the example that he set, or that she set. So just in review, you want to have a visible vision. You want to have automatic accountability. You want to respect the role. And then you want to have character that is copyable. Till next time, I'm Coach Jay. This is the Champions Pedigree. And I cannot wait to celebrate all of your success, because you made a commitment to grow in your capacity for mental toughness. I'll see you next time.